So our next step with building our pieces, we need to add footprints to each thing. So we're going to go to the bulk symbol editor because that's easier. We're going to click on the footprint, click on the browser, and then if we scroll down the left-hand side, connectors, LM, we have my library and we have our ESP board. Double click on him. D1 needs to be an RGB LED, so we're going to go to do LED through a hole, and we're going to go 5mm RGB wide pins. And I like the wide pin. I think that's a good one. That'll give us a little room to work with it. So there's a 5mm LED, which is, I believe, the size LED we have. And then I'm going to click, so I'm going to double click that. And the last step is we're going to go here to our switches. We're going to go pull this in here. We're going to look at QRST. Is it devices? Let's switch. Through button switch TST. So we need not dip. We're going to go. I want a switch with 3 holes. Not tip. That switch might be good. Those are our push switches. Those are keyboard switches. All right, we're going to have to improvise. I might have to add a switch available in that package. This is probably close enough. It's got 3 holes. It's got some mounting points, but it should be fine. So let's keep that switch. And if need be, there might be a new switch in the libraries for this button here, but we'll use this one now. I'm going to apply and save in schematic and hit OK. And I believe we're ready to move to our schematic into our actual PCB design. So we're going to click on the update PCB to schematic. I'm going to hit update PCB, and I'm going to hit close, and we're going to move this to the middle, and we have our ESP. Now I'm going to hit RR to rotate this upside down, so the way we've been working everything on it. And we're going to make sure that when we build our board, it's going to be smaller than this guy because he's going to sit on top of here. So I'm going to move our RGB LED. I'm going to hit move M for move, and that looks like a convenient. The wires are in a convenient direction. And I kind of want this to be looking at our thing. I'm going to want the LED to show up like right here. So once I plug in, I'm going to go right here and going like that. They're going to be pretty straight. And then I'm going to grab this guy and we're going to move him so he sits over right next to it. And again, I'll probably replace this footprint in a future video. And I'll show you how to do that probably next video. But let's get this wired and get something ready to go. Let's type running our routes. So we're going to go to the route tracks, and we're going to route this track to this track. There we go. And then we're going to run this out and there. And then these are the only place we have a problem. These are sort of opposite each other. So instead, actually, we are going to go, I'm going to delete this track here. Let's rotate this chip and we'll move him here. And the routing's significantly nicer now. So I'm going to go to route. I'm going to run this down. There we go. And now this guy can go to here, and this one can go to here. And we don't really need a flood because we're not using these pins, you're not doing anything. I could do something with a floodplain. I don't know if it really makes sense. Might as well just route each thing by itself. Let's design our edge cuts, and I'm just going to use a rectangle this time because we don't really need to be fancy. I'm going to switch to our edge cuts. And I'm going to just wrap it around our entire circuit. And let's go to my view, and let's go to 3D viewer. And so there's no model attached to the LED. We'll do that. Let's add that. But there's our switch. I don't think we're going to make a new switch. I will have that in our next video. But this is enough to get started. And I think we're going to end up I think we should floodplain maybe the 3 volt and 5 volt. So the top is going to be 3 volt, the bottom will be 5 volt. I don't think it really saves that much. So I might just leave it as is. Let's go and let's add a model to that guy. So to do that, we're going to close this. We're going to click on here. We're going to go to the footprint editor. Nope. Wrong tool. Let's go back over to our schematic. I'm going to click on him. We're going to go to click on the library, the folder, and now 3D viewer window. And he does not have a 3D model. Oh, I remember now. Okay, so I'm going to close this. We're going to go KiCad and go to the main folder. And let's go to the footprint editor. We're going to go find our footprint, which was under LED THT 5mm RGB with wide pins. Edit footprint properties. There we go. 3D model. And now we can go and click the folder. And on a 3D model, we can browse here through here, looking for LED THT. And we want something 5mm. Let's make this bigger. We need 4 wires. 2. I guess that's going to do it. Hit OK. And we can adjust his location. It's not going to be perfect. Let's move him to the left a little bit. Nope, sorry. And let's move him up some. So we're gonna hit OK. Now we're going to save. All right, we're just gonna close this guy. Save. Oh, I believe. Start changes. Let's go back to our thing and see if that updated. I don't know if it did. If it didn't, we're gonna have to make a custom save it to our library. But view. No. Yeah, we will have to update that. So footprint editor, and we're gonna go to our LED THT, RGB wide pins, file, save as, and we're going to change it from to my library, save. Now we can go to the footprint properties, 3D models, browse, hit OK. We're going to move him over a little bit. Nope. Same thing every time. That looks good. And we're going to make this a little higher. Hit OK. And now we need to go back to we can close this up. We're now going to go to our right click on this guy, edit, update or change footprint. Instead of being that, we're going to go to the folder browse icon. And instead, we're going to go to my library and grab the LED. Hit save, or sorry, change, close. And now if we go to our view 3D viewer, now we have an LED. So this is what our board would look like as the whole thing is done. It'll sit right on top of our board. We could probably edit that a little bit, but the concept is pretty darn good. So this is what our system will look like. I will give you a replacement for the switch. That will be in the first review to show you how to update that. So at this point, we can close this. We can save our work. And at this point, we'd be able to send this for production, although we do want to fix the switch. So that'll be our next video. I'm not going to show you how to make a new footprint because that's a little beyond the scope of the course, but I will update that my library .zip file to have it. So it may or may not have it by the time you get this. If it doesn't, you might have to re-download it.